Hello everyone, welcome to the Bharat Academy. I am Manoj Thaplyal and today's topic is relations. Before starting relations, we must get acquainted with the Cartesian product between the two sets. रिलेशन स्टार्ट करने से पहले हमें कार्टेशियन प्रोडक्ट के बारे में आइडिया होना बहुत ज़रूरी है। दो सेट्स के बीच में कार्टेशियन प्रोडक्ट क्या होता है, पहले वो समझ लेते हैं, देन वी विल डिस्कस रिलेशन. व्हाट इज़ कार्टेशियन प्रोडक्ट? Let A and B are any two non-empty sets, then the Cartesian product A cross B is the set of all ordered pairs of elements from A and B. That is, A cross B is the set of the element of ordered pair xy such that first element x belongs to the first set A and second element y belongs to the second element B. So this is the Cartesian product between the two sets A and B, A cross B. Its element will always be an ordered pair. Suppose we have the ordered pair xy where x will belong to A and y will belongs to B. If either of these two sets A and B are empty set, then their cross product will also be a phi set. Let us take an example. Let A be any set containing these elements A1 and A2 and B is another set containing these elements B1, B2, B3. Then their cross product A cross B. Their cross product will be the element of ordered pairs. First element will be taken from A and second element will be taken from B. And it will be like this. We will start from A, A1, B1, A1, B2, A1, B3. Now we will start from A2, A2, B1, A2, B2 and A2, B3. These all ordered pairs of element will be the element of A cross B. So this is the Cartesian product between the set A and B. Now we will start relation. What is relation? Now student, what is relation? A relation R from a non-empty set A to another non-empty set B is the subset of Cartesian product of A cross B. The subset is derived by describing a relationship between the first element and the second element of the ordered pair in A cross B. The second element is called the image of the first element. This is the definition of relation. I will describe this relation by this example. Example is this. Let A and B denote the set of state and capitals. Suppose these are two sets. The set A is the set of states Uttarakhand, Punjab, Haryana and Rajasthan, and set B is the capital of these states. Set B contains Jaipur, Dehradun and Chandigarh. Suppose we start their cross product between these two, A cross B. The A cross B, in set A there are 4 elements and in set B there are 3 elements. The number of elements in A cross B will be 4 into 3 equal to 12 elements. The cross product A cross B will have 12 ordered pairs. say A cross B will be the element of ordered pairs. First I will start from Uttarakhand. This will be Uttarakhand, Jaipur, Uttarakhand, Dehradun, Uttarakhand, Chandigarh, Uttarakhand, Chandigarh. Then I will take Punjab, Punjab, Jaipur, Punjab, Dehradun, Punjab, Chandigarh, Punjab, Chandigarh. Then I will take Haryana, Jaipur, Haryana, Jaipur, Haryana, Dehradun, Haryana, Dehradun, Haryana, Chandigarh, Chandigarh. Now next is Rajasthan, Jaipur, Rajasthan, Jaipur, Rajasthan, Dehradun, Rajasthan, Dehradun, Rajasthan, Chandigarh, Rajasthan, Chandigarh. These are the cross product between the set A and B. A number of ordered pairs are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. So there are 12 ordered pair in this cross product A and B, cross product of A and B, A cross B. Now let us define a relation R. R is the set of ordered pair of state and their capital, and in the set A, the set A consists of these states: Uttarakhand, Punjab, Haryana, Rajasthan, and set B consists of their capitals: Jaipur, Dehradun, Chandigarh. So now R, the relation has been defined as the state and their capital. Now the relation R will be like this: Uttarakhand, its capital is Dehradun, it's one ordered pair, Uttarakhand, Dehradun. Punjab, its capital is Chandigarh, another ordered pair. Haryana, its capital is again Chandigarh, this is another ordered pair. And the Rajasthan, its capital is Jaipur, this is the last ordered pair. And set of all these ordered pair is the relation R, and it's quite obvious. The Cartesian product between A cross B is this, and the relation is defined between A and B is this. The from 1 and 2, from 1 and 2, it's quite clear that the relation R is the subset of A cross B. And student, the definition of relation is itself that R is always the subset of A cross B. So this is the relation between the two sets A and B. Relation R is always subset of cross product between the two non-empty sets. Now we shall define what is domain of relation, what is range of relation, and what is codomain of relation. Now first, what is domain. What is domain of a relation? The set of all first element of the ordered pair in a relation R from the set A to the set B is called the domain of the relation R. The domain of a relation R is the set containing the element A belonging to capital A, such that the ordered pair AB belongs to R, relation R. The ordered pair AB belongs to relation R for some B belongs to another set B. Now the range of the relation, what is the range? The set of all the second element of the ordered pair in the relation R from the set A to the set B is called the range R. Range of the R is the set containing the element B, small b belongs to capital B, such that this ordered pair AB belongs to this relation R for some A belongs to capital A. The set of second order will be the range, and set of first element in the ordered pair, that will be the domain. And what about the codomain of the relation? The whole set B will be called the codomain of R. It means the range of R will be the subset of codomain of R. Now students, the total number of relations that can be defined from the set A to the set B will be the number of possible subsets of A cross B. If number of element in A is equal to P and number of element in the set B are equal to Q, then the number of element in cross product between A and B, number of element in A cross B will be number of element in A into number of element in B, that is number n A cross B will be PQ. Now the total number of relation itself is the subset of A cross B. The total number of relation will be 2 to the power n, as you know. Here this n will be PQ. The total number of relations in any cross product will be 2 raised to the power P into Q, where P is the number of element in A and Q is the number of element in second set B. Now student, there is another type of relation that is called inverse relation. What is that inverse relation? Let A and B are any two sets and R be the relation from the set A and B. Then the inverse of R, that is denoted by R inverse, is a relation from the set B to A in reverse order and is defined as R inverse is the set of the ordered pair BA, where the ordered pair AB will belong to relation R. It means if AB belongs to R, its inverse BA will belong to R inverse. It's quite obvious that domain of R will be the range of R inverse of R, and range of R will be the domain of inverse of R inverse. Now the example based on relation, inverse of relation, domain of relation, range of relation is. The example is, let n be the set of first and natural numbers, and relation R is defined like this. If the ordered pair xy belongs to R, implies and implied by x plus 2y is equal to 10. If ordered pair xy R के एलिमेंट हैं तो x और y के बीच में जो रिलेशन है वो इस तरह से है, x plus 2y is equal to 10. This is your relation R is defined like this. So you have to find R inverse, domain of R inverse, range, and etc. N is the set of first 10 natural number, means n contains these elements 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10, and we are given that the ordered pair xy belongs to R such that the relation between these two numbers is like this: x plus 2y is equal to 10. So from this equation y will be 10 minus x upon 2, and from this equation we will find the ordered pair of the relation. If natural number x is taken as 1, so from this equation y is equal to 10 minus x upon 2. 10 minus 1 upon 2, 9 upon 2. 9 upon 2 is not going to be a natural number. Hence 1 is not related to any natural number. Similarly, if I take 3, 10 minus 3 upon 2, 7 by 2, this is again not a natural number. means 3 is not related to any natural number. Similarly, if I take 10, the 10 minus 10 upon 2, this is 0. 0 is never a natural number, it's not a natural number. Again, 10 is not related to any element in the set of natural number. But for these numbers, x equal to 2, again from this relation, y is equal to 10 minus x upon 2. If x equal to 2, the 10 minus 2, 8. 8 upon 2, this is 4. 4 is a natural number. It means 2 is related to 4. The 2, 4 ordered pair are the element of the relation. These are not the natural number. These are relations. Belongs to relation. Similarly, x equal to 4th, y equal to 10 minus 4 upon 2. This is 3. 3 again a natural number. It means 4 is related to 3. The 4 is related to 3. I have written like this. X equal to 6th, y is 2. 2 is again a natural number. The 6 is related to 2. X equal to 8th, y is equal to 10 minus 8 upon 2. 2 upon 2, this is 1. 1 again is a natural number. It means 8 is related to 1. So now I will define relation from the given conditions. R will be 2 is related to 4 to 2. 4 will be the 2 4 order pair will be the element of relation. 4 3 will be there, 6 2 will be there, 8 1 will be there. So this is the relation R containing all these order pairs 2 4 4 3 6 2 8 1. And again, by definition of inverse of the relation, just reverse these order pairs. 2 4, this will be 4 2, 4 3, this will be 3 4, 6 2, 2 6, and 1 8 1 1 8. This will be your inverse by definition of inverse of the relation. And domain of R, what was the definition of domain? Domain is the set of first element of the relation. 2 4 6 8, set of the first element will be the domain. And but we have just discussed the domain of any relation is the range of inverse of that relation. The domain and inverse will have the same element 2 4 6 8. And range of the relation, what was the definition of range? Second element. Range is the set of second element in a relation. The second element means 4 3 2 1. 4 3 2 1. This set is the range R, and this is again domain of R inverse. Now students, types of relation. First type of relation is identity relation. What is identity relation? Let A be the set and the relation on the set A is defined as IA. This is identity relation on A. Elements of the identity relation are in ordered pair A such that A belongs to A is called identity relation on A. Same element, pair of same element, you can say. Example, I will show it by example. Let A be let A be the set containing these elements 1 2 3, and the relation IA is defined like this: 1 1 2 2 3 3. Each element is related to itself. 1 is related to 1, 2 is related to 2, 3 is related to 3. This is an identity relation. But another relation I will take R1 1 1 2 2. Since third element is not related to itself, 3 3 is not related to R1, hence R1 is not reflexive. Like this R2, since 1 1 2 2 3 3 are there, but this element 1 is related to 1 and 3. There are two elements from which this 1 is related, hence R2 is not an identity relation. Now the second type of relation, that is reflexive relation. A relation R on the set A is said to be reflexive relation if every element of A is related to itself. That is, if R is reflexive, then every element will be related to A itself. If I have taken A, any element, so A will be related to A itself. The A ordered pair AA will belongs to R for all the element of A are the element of R. I will explain it by this example. If A is again taken this set containing 1 2 3, the relation R, 1 is related to 1, 2 is related to 2, 3 is related to 3. It's okay, but 1 is related to 3 and 2 is related to 1. All the elements containing the set A, all the elements of A are related to themselves, and 1 3 and 2 1 are also the element. It is R is reflexive relation, but in R1 1 1 is there, 3 3 is there, 2 1 1 3 2 are there, but 2 belonging to A, 2 is not related to 2 in the set R1. Hence this is not an reflexive relation. It's quite clear from these two type of relation. Every identity relation is a reflexive relation, but every reflexive relation is not your identity relation. Now the student, third type of relation is symmetrical relation. What is symmetric relation? A relation R on set A is said to be a symmetrical relation. If AB belongs to R, it implies that BA belongs to R for all AB belongs to A. What does it mean? It means if A is related to B, it implies that B is also related to A. Then this is called symmetric relation. Student, we can understand this by this example. Let L be the set of line in a plane, and relation R is defined on the set of line L such that XY ordered pair belongs to R in such a way that X is perpendicular on Y. This relation is symmetric on L, since if I have taken two lines L1 and L2, if L1 is perpendicular to L2, the 100% L2 will be perpendicular to L1. So this is your symmetric relation. L1 L2 belongs to R, the L2 L1 will also be belonging to R. If L1 is related to L2, it implies that L2 is also related to L1. This is the symmetric relation. Now we come to the fourth relation, that is transitive relation. A relation R on set A is said to be transitive relation if AB belongs to R and BC belongs to R. Then it implies that AC also belongs to R, where A, B, C are all the element of the set A. It means if A is related to B, B and B is related to C, it means first and third A also related to C. So this is your transitive relation. You can understand this by this example. On a set of natural number n, the relation R is defined as X is related to Y implies that X less than Y is transitive relation. If X, Y, Z all the three are natural numbers, only then this transitive relation holds. If X, Y, Z are natural number, if X is less than Y and Y is less than Z, it's quite obvious that X will be less than Z. So this less than relation is a transitive relation. It means X related to Y and Y related to Z. It means X related to Z. Since relation R is here defined as X is less than Y. In this case X related to Y and Y related to Z, it has become X related to Z. This is your transitive relation. Simply तुम इस तरह से भी समझ सकते हो, तीन नेचुरल नंबर ले लिए हमने, तीन नंबर 2 3 5, साफ है. If 2 is less than 3, 3 is less than 5, तो 100% this 2 will be less than 5. तो ये क्या चीज़ हो रहा है? Transitive relation. Now student, we have another type of relation, that is equivalence relation. What is equivalence relation? A relation R on the set A is said to be equivalence relation if all the last three relations holds. Means if it is reflexive, means A is related to A itself, AA belongs to R for all A belonging to capital A. You can write it like this: if A is related to A itself. Another, if it is symmetric, if AB belongs to R, the BA will also belong to R for all AB belongs to A. Means if A is related to B, it implies that B should be related to A itself. And third, it should be transitive. If AB belongs to R and BC belongs to R, the AC will also be belonging to R for all ABC belonging to A. Means if A is related to B and B is related to C, if you prove A is related to C, it means this is transitive. It's quite clear, if a relation is reflexive, symmetric and transitive, the such type of relation is called equivalence relation. Let me describe it like this. If R is the relation on the set of lines in a plane defined as L1, L2 belongs to R, the relation between these two is like this. The line L1 is parallel to L2. This is an equivalence relation. How is it equivalence relation? As you know, every line is parallel to itself. It will become reflexive. Okay. If a line is parallel to the second line will be parallel to first line. Means if L1 is parallel to L2, L2 will be parallel to L1. This is symmetric. Now, as far as the transitive concerned, if L1 is parallel to L2 and L2 is parallel to L3, so what does it mean? Ki L1 will be parallel to L3. This will be transitive. It means this relation is an equivalence relation in this case. Now next one is the antisymmetric relation. What is antisymmetric relation? A relation R on the set A is called antisymmetric relation. If AB belongs to R and BA belongs to R, it implies that A will be equal to B. Only then this condition will be fulfilled, where AB all are the element of capital A. It means if A is related to B and B is related to A, it can only happen when both are same. If this condition is satisfied, this is called antisymmetric relation. We can understand it by this example. If R is a relation on set of natural number defined as X is related to Y, this is defined like this. X is related to Y means X divides Y when X, Y are the element of natural number. So we can understand this by this example. If I have taken two natural number AB belongs to N. If A divides B and B divides A, it is only possible when both are same. A will divide B and B will divide A. It can happen only when both A and B are same. तो दिस इज़ द एग्जाम्पल ऑफ एंटीसिमेट्रिक रिलेशन. साफ तौर पे कोई भी एक नंबर ले लिया, चार को चार ही डिवाइड कर सकता है या चार को चार ही डिवाइड कर सकता है, तभी कर सकता है जब दोनों नंबर सेम होंगे. तो जब ऐसी कंडीशन होगी तो दैट इज़ कॉल्ड एंटीसिमेट्रिक रिलेशन. Now the next relation is partial order relation. A relation R on the set A is said to be partial order relation if the relation R is reflexive, A is related to A itself. R is antisymmetric, means if AB belongs to R and implies that BA belongs to R, if and only if both the elements are same. AB belongs to A is equal to B, where AB belongs to A. And third, R should be transitive. AB belongs to R, BC belongs to R, the AC implies that AC belongs to R. Means if A is related to B and B is related to C, it implies that A is also related to C. For AB are the relation, ABC are the elements of relation. Example is, if R is a relation on the set of natural number defined as X is related to Y, is like this: X divides Y and X, Y are the natural number. This is a partial relation. Since X divides Y, if I take any number A, if any number is divided by itself, you know, I have taken a small a, any number, A will be divided by A itself. It means this is reflexive, antisymmetric. If A is divided by B and B is divided by A, it is only possible when A is equal to B, it will be your antisymmetric. Only in this case it can happen. And if ABC are three natural numbers, and if A is less than B and B is less than C, if A divides B and B divides C, it's quite obvious that A will divide C, and which is a transitive relation. This relation defined like this, X divides Y is an partial order relation. Now next, void and empty relation. What are the void and empty relation? A relation R on the set A is called empty relation, a void relation, if no element of A is related to A itself. And in this case, it's quite obvious that phi is the subset of A cross A. If I will try to discuss this by this example, if A is taken this set containing the element 1, 2, 3, and the relation R is defined like this, R will be always an ordered pair AB, such that A and B will be the element of A, and their sum A plus B will be greater than 6. This has been your relation in this case. If I try to find the cross product of A cross A, you will get the set of all these ordered pair 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3 up to 3, 3. Maximum number I have taken 3, 3. 3 and 3, two numbers maximum, these are the maximum number. If I add these two numbers, 3 plus 3, this becomes 6. Even then it is not greater than 6. It means R is a null set. This relation is not going to be true in this case. It means this relation R is a null set simply. What is universal relation? Last is universal relation. A relation R on a set A is called universal relation if each element of A is related to every element of A. If I take this example, if A contains these elements 1, 2, 3, and this relation R is defined like this relation, in relation all the elements will be in order pair. AB order pair is defined like this, AB belongs to A and their product should be less than 30. I have tried to find A cross A cross product between A and itself. So this is the element will be an ordered pair 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3 up to 3, 3. The maximum number is 3, 3. This order pair 3, 3. If I try to multiply this 3 into 3, this becomes 9. 9 is less than 30. So if you multiply these two numbers in every order pair, this will be less than 30. That means this A cross A is equal to this relation R. If R equal to A cross A, then this is your universal relation. Now the example is prove that the relation R on the set Z of all integers defined by xy belongs to R implies and implied by x minus y is divisible by n. N is a number. You have to prove that this is an equivalence relation. Equivalence relation means any relation which has reflexive, symmetric and transitive, that is called equivalence relation. This relation has been defined like this here. XY order pair belongs to the relation R if x minus y is divisible by n. First relation is reflexive. Suppose I have taken any integer small a belongs to z. So you know a minus a from this relation. A minus a is 0. You can write it this 0 like this, 0 into n. So what does it mean? 0 into n means this a minus a is the divisible by n. So from this definition, small a is related to a itself, means a belongs to R. So this is your reflexive. Symmetric, I have taken two integers, ab belongs to z, ab belongs to R. Again by definition given in equation first, if ab belongs to R, it means a minus b is divisible by n. The a minus b is divisible by n means what? A minus b will be kya? Multiple of n. P is taken any integer that it is given np. If AB belongs to R, a minus b is divisible by n. It means a minus b is equal to np. Some p is also an integer. Here, if I take a negative on both sides, so this becomes b minus a, so this will become n into minus p. If p is an integer, so minus p is also an integer. So what does it mean? Ki b minus a is also divisible by n. So it means from this given definition of R, ba will also be the element of relation R. It means AB belongs to R. I have proved BA also belongs to R. That this is your symmetric relation. Now the last one, transitive. I have taken three integers A, B, C, such that AB belongs to R and BC belongs to R. If AB belongs to R, it means from this given set of definition, AB belongs to R, it means A minus B is divisible by n. It means A minus B will be the sum multiple of n into p. P is taken integer. And BC belongs to R means B minus C is divisible by n. It means B minus C is some multiple of n, and that multiple is taken q. Q is again an integers. If this means A minus B is NP and B minus C is NQ, I have added these two, A minus B plus B minus C. This is NP plus NQ. The B cancelled. A minus C is N into P plus Q. N multiple of P plus Q. If P and Q are integers, the sum of the two integers is again an integers. The N P plus Q means A minus C is divisible by n. It means AC also belongs to R. It has been clear. AB belongs to R, BC belongs to R. It means AC also belongs to R. It means this relation R holds all the three properties, reflexive, symmetric and transitive. It means R is an equivalence relation. Now the students, if you have found this video interesting and helpful, please subscribe my channel and do like my video and keep watching my channel. I will be back very soon.